Hey everybody, it's Dr. Avril with a good word for you today. I hope that everyone is feeling well. A couple of weeks ago, I had a student who had, in my opinion, directly defied me. Prior to him going out to recess, I'd gone to the class and I told the class my expectations for their behavior, the types of activities that I did not want them to engage in because they had been pushing and pulling and getting into fights with each other. And I told them that, when they play games that require them to hit, that it tends to, end up in aggressive fighting. And so I just said that everybody agreed that they would not do that. And sure enough, um, his teacher said that he had jumped on somebody's back, pushed somebody, whatever the situation was. And he was in gym, and I went and I pulled him out of gym, and I lit into him. I mean, I lit into him because I had just said what I expected them to do and what I expected them not to do. And a teacher stopped me later. We were in dismissal, and we laughed about that. She walked past me when I was, just tearing into him, and she laughed because maybe a year or two prior, I teased her about how she had engaged with a student who had angered her, and so she was like, "There I was doing the very thing that I teased her about." And of course, he did receive a consequence for his behavior. And, he had been engaging in this behavior over and over again. And I talked to his mom and I talked to his dad, and it was like, we don't know what's going on with him, why he's continuing to choose to do the very opposite of what I've been asking him to do as it pertains to research. And I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do. I have to get to know this child. I need to develop a relationship with him. And so I would check in with him, and he was not happy with me because, of course, if you're in trouble with me and I call your parents, you get in trouble with your parents, and so he was not happy with me at all. But it didn't matter. I was not dissuaded. I continued to just check in with him and say hi and how you doing, the same way I do with all my students. And so one day last week, he came in and his hair was freshly twisted. His hair was freshly twisted. And I said, "Ooh, I love your hair. It looks so nice. You got it done." And he said, "Yes, these are two-strand twists." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know what those are. I used to wear my hair in two-strand twists all the time." And he was like, "Really? Your hair is too short for two-strand twists?" I said, "Well, I've only cut my hair, recently, back in November." I said, "But when it was longer, that was how I wore it." And he's been a student there for some years, so I don't know why, he forgot that. But anyway, he was like really kind of doubting, that I said, I probably could do it with my hair now if I wanted to. And he was like, nah. I said, okay, challenge accepted. I will come to school with my hair twisted like yours. So the next day he saw me during um, our entry, our arrival. And he said, why isn't your hair twisted? I said, well, you got to give me some time. I'm going to twist it over the weekend and I'll have it on Monday. And so on Friday, he was looking for me and I wasn't there. And, he was telling him, because Dr. El-Amin said she's going to twist her hair. So now everybody knows that I'm going to twist my hair. And sure enough, on Monday, I showed up with my double strand twist, my own little version of that. And when I walked into his class, he could not believe it. Could not believe it. And he looked at it. He was like, okay. And he said, I can't hate on it. I can't hate on it. And I laughed and I said, hey, I told his teacher, take a picture of us together. We got matching hair. And the smile on, I have never, ever, ever this whole year seen that smile out of that child ever. And I said, yep, I got him. And so you say to yourself, Dr. Avril, what does this have to do with anything? Well, our message today is about expressing our feelings peacefully. And I tell you, when I was lighting into him about that choice he made to do what he did at recess, there was no peace in my expressing my feelings. And that's not who I am and who I strive to be. And so I knew I had to come back and I had to clean that up. And I had to teach him that even though I did not like his behavior, it didn't mean that I didn't like him. And that we could, turn back the hands of time, if you will, and start over and connect with one another. And, that's what I'm all about. I'm all about building caring relationships with students in ways that support their best development, the development of the whole child. And when you do that, what I know to be true is that when you do that, they'll listen to you. They'll listen to you more often, and they'll be willing to learn from you. And very importantly, since I am the disciplinarian, they will be more willing to accept correction and redirection from me because I've taken the time to get to know them and to demonstrate acceptance for just who they are, even though they may be a child who every day makes a decision that's counter to my expectations. It doesn't stop me from loving them and wanting the best for them. And that's the way we have to be in life with everyone. It's easy for us to be peaceful and calm when we express our feelings, when we're happy, or when we're happy with something. But when we're angry and when someone is doing something that's counter to what we want them to do, that's when our voice raises. That's when we're less peaceful, less calm in how we express our feelings and our desires and our wants. But remember, you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. So even when you're upset, you still have to flash that smile. You still have to be calm and confident and loving, you know, and gentle because that's what our virtue is this week. Being gentle, being peaceful, being kind, being compassionate with ourselves, of course, and with others. So that's my message for you today. Speak peacefully. People will listen to you more. Your messages will be received more. And you'll have more joy because you're not screaming and hollering and barking at people. So take that with you and have a terrific Tuesday. Take care, everyone.